Welcome to Pigskin Predictions. I'm Brad. This is Dustin. We wanted to go over today what our weak link is in our lineups. Weakest link.
We got weak.
We got plenty of them. As we found out, it's so much easier when you write this stuff down, and then you start looking at the names you have available. You're like, ew.
Yeah.
This isn't good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we put out, these are the positions we put out: running back, wide receiver, defensive line, edge, cornerback, offensive line, and linebacker. And this is what we have right now. I know some of these guys might be free agency. We don't know. But as of right now, they're still on our team. And we got them. So if they got a check mark by them, and there might be some others, but check mark by them means that they could be free agents. They could go away. We may not re-sign them. But what we have right now is what we have.
Yeah.
The red underneath each one is a position in the draft, and these are the top 5, 6, 7, 8, however many we got on there in the draft that could fill in. And I'm not saying that what we need to draft first or second or third, they ain't got nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying any of these guys could be drafted in first, second, third round to fill in some of these spots.
Yeah.
Okay. The top one is the number one. So Carter, we're not getting him.
No.
Okay, he's not going to be there.
No.
But we might end up with one of these guys to fill in up here with what we need. That's kind of and the blue are not all the free agents or people looking for trades, but there's some of the top names that we possibly would consider to fill in, to backfill. And so we kind of went through it, and we're looking at weakest links. And we decided that our linebackers and our running backs were 1A and 1B.
Yeah.
They
can usually be flip-flop.
But those guys are in sad shape.
Yeah.
Really are. And then the number 2 we have defensive line is our basically second, or when you want to call it third weakest link.
Yeah.
Then we go but we got cornerback and defensive line is 1A and 1B, or 2A and 2B. So either one of these, and this is all going to depend on what happens with Diggs.
Yeah.
If Diggs goes away, then that helps us here. It doesn't help us in the run game for sure, but it helps us in the coverage somewhat. But if Diggs goes away, that's going to be bad. That's going to be a bad.
He's not going to be a free agent. He'd be a trade.
Trade, yeah. He'd be a trade. And then our number 3 is wide receiver. Our number 4 is edge, and number 5 is offensive line. And we're going to go through each one of these, and we're going to start out with running back on the first one. So this is our lineup for running backs. This is what we have on the roster. If the season started today, this is what we would roll out there, and that's Dowdle, Deuce, Davis, and Lipke. These 2 are in question. They may possibly go away. We don't know. But that would leave us with Dowdle and Lipke. But obviously we're gonna have to get somebody in here. But that's what our lineup looks like for running back, and that's horrendous.
Lipke's not even he's
a fullback. He's not even a true RB.
Yeah.
And then we go over to linebacker. 1A, 1B. We got Vigil, Clark, Kendricks, Littlefowl, and Overshown.
He ain't gonna be there for the end of the year, this year.
Listed as linebackers, that's all we have. If you put this on paper, looking at this is like, oh man, hang on just a second. You don't know how bad this is until you really look at it and you write it down. You know what I'm saying? Overshown, like Dustin said, he's not going to be till December. That's not until December would you even get him back. Yeah. So right now you basically got Littlefowl, Kendricks, Clark, and Vigil, and I'm not sure what's going to happen. He just had a spinal fusion.
So,
and some sort of deal going. He did, but
don't know if he's coming.
You got
back.
Kendricks.
Other than that, you got Littlefowl.
Other than that, you got Littlefowl and Vigil. So the linebacker room is in sad shape.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sad shape. That's just as bad as running back.
A lot of people think. I probably think too. If you want a receiver, if McMillan's there, you take him.
Yeah.
But you need something.
When you start looking at this,
it's
like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's go over what we got 2A and 2B. We got defensive line and quarterbacks. Our defensive line, if we roll them out today, we have Osa, Watkins, Mozzie, and Joseph, and he's in question.
Yeah.
So this would be our interior defensive line. This would include edge. Edge is different. Osa, Watkins, and Mozzie. That's what we got. That's what we roll out there. That's sad shape too.
Yeah.
And then we got corners.
I imagine there's more. They got more guys that.
They've got some guys, but
These guys are just
people we know
main people
that play, that have put their feet on the field and play.
Second stringers, not no third, fourth.
Yeah. And you got corners. We got Diggs, which we don't know. He's looking maybe trade. Owari, I think is how you say it.
Something like that.
He plays right corner. Booth plays right corner. Bland plays left corner. Carson's, I like him. He plays left corner. Butler did pretty decent last year at left corner. And we got Godwin, which is really special teamers. But
yeah.
So basically, you got this, and if he goes away, that's our cornerback room. Booth, Bland, Carson, Butler. We need some help there too. We need help all over this thing.
Yeah.
When you write it down like that, it looks horrible.
Yeah, it does.
It really does. So we're going to go to edge, and edge and defense and offensive line really is our strongest suit. And it's not that strong. Neither one of them are, but they're stronger than the rest. We obviously got Parsons, Nealon, Sam Williams, if he can stay out of trouble and
he got hurt last year
and not get hurt. Lawrence, which you don't know if he's coming back. Golston, Lawson, and Wheat. These guys got a little bit of play like the end of the year because we didn't have nobody else to play. But
Golston did pretty good.
Golston, I liked him.
Yeah.
But he's also one that could be a free agent because he was just a one-year deal.
Oh,
my understanding, yeah. But so that's our edge room. And then we got our strongest of these, which is still not strong, offensive line. We got Guyton, Smith, BB, and then Hoffman, Steele, Odoga, and Richards. He's a second-year guy. But
he might be gone. Maybe.
And Steele might be gone. So every one of these positions have holes.
I heard Guyton's been putting in work.
I've heard he's been playing. He's practicing hard and putting in some extra work.
Yeah.
So when you look at it on here like this, and you start looking at names that stick out to you, this team don't look that great.
No, it needs a major facelift.
We need some help, serious help, and hopefully with all this money they're getting from the restructuring these contracts and stuff, we can go sign some of these guys in blue, because this is where our main help's going to come from. Probably like our first and second rounders, maybe in the draft, whichever one we get first and second round, and then the other guy's going to have to come from here somewhere.
Yeah,
going to have to.
Between here and there,
we got holes, man.
Yeah,
like serious holes. So
would you this question, if we had needed somebody on wherever, don't matter what position, and you're gonna pick them, would you go with a top flight draft pick, or would you fill that spot first with a free agent?
I would if it's a first or second round draft pick, somebody that I say he's going to be able to step on the field and play day one.
Yeah.
Then I would go with draft pick because he's going to be younger.
Yeah.
But true. if it's a fourth or fifth rounder or third rounder, like if we need a linebacker and
that green
and we don't get in there. We don't get any of these guys, any of these top guys. And I don't even know if all of these can start. But I know these guys could probably start.
Yeah. But
I'm not so sure about these. Then I would go and I would draft one of these lower round guys and go pick up a free agent, Greenlaw or Bond.
Yeah,
that's how I would think you would want to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
To fill holes.
I agree with that.
Because we have holes, man.
Yeah.
There's not many big names on this whole board here.
You might have, let's see.
Yeah, Kendricks did well.
He may have, if he had played all year, he might have been a Pro Bowler, maybe.
Yeah.
Smith
was.
Nope. None of them played last year. Oh, they played, but Bland would have been the only one I would think would have been close enough to making a Pro Bowl.
If he'd have played the whole year.
Parsons.
And none of the Red Lawrence if he played.
Maybe.
Not Pro Bowl, but a good starter.
I don't know about D-line. Osa's
Osa's the only one, and he's not a Pro Bowler.
Lamb.
Yeah, and all you got is Lamb over here.
And no running backs.
No running backs.
You ain't got many Pro Bowl. Oh, besides our kicker and
like on a lot of teams.
Yeah,
like several teams, and I would probably say more than half the teams.
Yeah.
No, none of these guys would start.
Oh no,
on another team. Over here, Overshown, if he was healthy, would.
Maybe Kendricks.
Maybe. Probably would.
First and second string.
And Louisville would be definitely be in rotation.
Yeah.
But we may be losing Kendricks, and Overshown ain't gonna be there for a while.
Yep.
And you got Smith, he would. Guyton's going to need some help. Like you said, though, he's been working hard.
Yeah.
They say he's been hitting the weight room, and I think the one thing that's going to help him is they got that offensive line coach from the Cardinals.
Yeah, he's good.
And he's supposed to be like superstar.
Guru.
So he might coach him up and get him where he needs to be. He might be a superstar this year. We don't know. Diggs would probably start somewhere. Bland would, but nobody else.
Nope.
Parsons would. Lawrence, I don't know, maybe. But that's it. Starting on another team. Osa probably would. Nobody else. Lamb would. That's it.
And no running back.
No running backs. Yeah. So let's go to the running backs. And like I said, this isn't like a draft thing. This is a list of the top 5 to 7 people, something like that. They're going to be in the draft that could be picked up first, second, or third round probably, and fill in, that we think could fill in and do something. That, day one type stuff. Then obviously Jeanty for running back, but he's not going to be there. If he is there, I would say the Raiders are probably going to take him. If they don't take him, and Dallas don't take him, which I have a feeling the more I've been reading, they're not.
I was more interested in Hampton.
Yeah, but I not even him. I've been reading that they're not even interested in either one of these guys in the first round.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but Jeanty, he will go to Denver. If the Raiders pass on him and the Cowboys pass on him, he'll go to Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hampton, he might still go in the first round. If Dallas don't pick him, then I figure he'll be available in the second round, but I don't know if he'll make it all the way to us in the second round, which was going to leave us, I'm thinking, if that is their plan, is to not draft a running back in the first round, then I'm thinking that one of these 4 guys here is who we're going to end up with in the second or third round. Johnson from
Iowa,
who runs a 4.57 40. Henderson from Ohio State. Sampson from Tennessee. Yep. And Judkins from Ohio State. These are one of these 4 guys I feel like we're going to end up with. And I feel like that any one of these 4 guys can start day one.
Yeah.
They could start day one.
Upgrade from Dowdle.
That would be an upgrade from Dowdle.
Yeah.
Then you got in free agency, in the running back area, we got Najee Harris, Aaron Jones, and Nick Chubb, which are free agents or trades, maybe some of them. I'm not sure which way it is, but anyway, they'll be available. These 3 guys are available if you wanted to pick one of those guys up instead of drafting.
I imagine there's more. When it ran out of
yeah, there's more, but I feel like that we're going to draft a starting running back.
I hope so.
And I feel like it's going to be one of these 4 guys. Johnson's a 4.57, Henderson's a 4.43, Sampson's a 4.35, Judkins is a 4.48. Johnson and Judkins are both over 220 pounds. These 2 guys are a little smaller.
Yeah.
But 200-pounder. I don't know if Sampson, I'm not sure his size, but anyway, that's my point. My point is we don't really have a starter for nothing. We got Dowdle. They're going to keep Dowdle, and they're probably going to sign, depending on how the draft plays out. We don't know. This is not a draft video. This is where our holes are video, and who we could possibly end up with. And it could be anywhere from Hampton to Judkins. Any one of those 5 guys could be on our team. Jeanty's not going to make it, I don't think. So we go to wide receivers, and we feel like they're a number 3 we could slink, because all you have is Lamb. Tolbert had a few decent games, but we need a number 2.
Yeah.
A true
Solid number
2. Cooks was at the end of his deal. He's done. He's not going to be there, and he'll be gone, guaranteed. So basically, you got Turpin, Brooks, Tolbert, and Mingo. They were hoping Mingo would come into his own and be pretty good, and he's a pretty good sized guy.
Oh yeah, he's big,
and he may. But for as far as number 2 talent, none of these guys.
Closest thing is probably Tolbert.
Tolbert, he's not number 2 talent.
No.
He's closest thing that's on that
third
board.
or fourth.
Yeah, but he's not number
Turpin
2.
started doing a little bit better.
But he's still not number 2 talent either. He's number 3 talent.
Last year our running back was so bad, we were putting Turpin at running back.
Yeah.
And Lamb.
Yeah. So as far as wide receivers go, Cooks is gone. That's what we have. And we're going to need to pick somebody up in the draft or free agency. And McMillan will be the number 1 pick, number 1 wide receiver picked.
Yeah.
Most likely him or Golden. It could go either way. He's 4'5". He's a big dude. Golden's not so big, 4'2", 9". He can fly though. Luther Burden, he runs a 4.41. Egbuka from Ohio State, and Trey Harris runs 4.54. I feel like these guys are going to be first rounders. I feel like, and we could pick one of them guys in the first round. I think they're our third weakest link. I think we should go, if we want to look at it. I think that there's enough. The running back class is deep enough that we can wait second or third round and still get one of these decent guys here.
Yeah,
but not so much in linebackers and.
Another point though is this year there's a lot of.
We could go free agency here. We got Godwin, we got Adams, Devontae, Cooper, Marquez Brown, Diggs, Allen. I hope they don't get Diggs.
Yeah.
Cup, Hopkins. This is a trade deal, so there's options here to spend some of that $100 million.
Yeah.
To fill in, because any one of these guys, even Diggs maybe, would be a great number 2.
Yeah,
Diggs.
But he got blew the knee out last year.
Yeah, that's the only thing I worry about Diggs. Any one of these other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys would be great number 2s, or a good number 2. I would say, as far as number 2s go, McMillan, Golden. I don't know if Golden would be a good number 2. I think he's more of a slot guy.
I think so.
But or Burden maybe, and I think after that it falls off. You're not looking at a true number 2, step in number 2 receiver. I think step in number 2, step in day 1. McMillan would be step in day 1, number 2.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure about Golden, and I'm not 100% sure about Burden. But all good receivers.
Yeah.
But McMillan most likely is going to be gone, but he might be there. But like I said, as far as what we're looking at is we feel like the wide receiver room is the third weakest link. We really should go linebacker.
Yeah.
In this situation, we really should go linebacker.
Offense and go get a defense,
and then pick up one of these guys as a number 2.
Yeah.
But
if you can't get McMillan, I'd probably sit on and wait to get another receiver in the draft later.
Yeah.
And then go get a free agent to
fill in that hole. Yeah. If you could go, if you can't get McMillan may be there.
He's a good possibility,
and they may jump on him if he's there. But if he's not there, I would say wait till later in the draft to pick up one of these guys, and then go pay somebody, free agent, to come up here. Then you'd have one of these guys and then a younger guy under him, or you could have even Tolbert. Tolbert would be good number 3. Yeah. He's not bad for that.
No,
but this board looks horrible.
Yeah.
When you start looking at the names on it.
Yeah.
Because just sitting around thinking about, what do we need? And you don't have the names in front of you to look at, you can't go, ooh. You just kind of, we're pretty good. At first I was like, we should be all right in linebacker room. Now I look at the names, I'm like, holy smokes, we're in horrible shape in the linebacker room. That is where we need to go in the draft, because we can get one of these guys later. That's where we need to go.
7 was it? Out of 11, 7 positions Pretty bad.
Yeah.
That was 11.
Well, you got corners and two corners, two defensive linemen,
Oh yeah, that's true.
two edges. So really, I'm sure it's not 11. You basically the only thing missing off this list is your safeties
Yeah, strong.
and quarterback.
Yeah.
So, but so we're going to talk about defensive line. We feel like that's our number 2.
Number 3.
Well, defensive line number 2, A and B, after those two guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got that room looks horrible too. Osa, Watkins, Mozzie, and Joseph, which he probably won't be here. So we got Osa, Watkins, and Mozzie. Mozzie hasn't done anything.
Nope.
He's had a couple years.
Ain't done
He
jack.
played a little better at the end of the year, but to me, we can go get somebody that can do it. You know what I'm saying? But he's a 1-tech guy.
Yeah.
You know, Osa's 3-tech. So in the draft, there's Graham, 5'1", 296. He's a 3-tech guy. Nolan, he's 296, runs a 4.95. Grant, he's a 4.95. He's 331. There's your 1-tech right there.
Yeah.
Jackson, 264. But he
That's
plays
small.
edges. He plays line and edge.
Okay.
He's runs 4.68. He can fly.
Yeah.
And then Harmon from Oregon, 4.95. He's 313. That could possibly be a 1-tech guy. So if you're looking for offensive tackle, Graham's not going to be there.
No.
At 12, if you're going to get somebody in the first round, you're looking at like a Nolan or a Grant, possibly in the first round. This would be a 331 that's a good 1-tech. We got Hargrave, and I don't know how to pronounce the dude's name from Detroit, but he's really good. Onwuzurike or something like that. He's a defensive lineman. These two guys are free agent people. He's San Francisco, he's Detroit. Either one of those two guys could fill in a hole.
Yep.
So these are some of the names that could fill in for our defensive line that's really lacking right now. Got 4 names on the board. You need people more than that to rotate. Let's go to linebackers real quick.
All right.
We got Visual, Clark, Kendricks, Luafau, and Overshown. Overshown is out
Ain't gonna be
to
there.
December. Kendricks, we don't even know if they're re-signing him. I think they should. He led the team in tackles.
Yeah, he did.
Clark, he's good as a rotational. Definitely not a starter.
No.
And that Visual, he's not a starter either, I don't believe.
No.
I like Luafau.
I do too.
I like him.
Luafau.
I like him a lot. And there's several people in the draft. Go through them.
He Walker.
Walker's probably not going to be there.
Georgia.
And, yeah.
He ain't gonna be there. Campbell from Alabama.
He might be there in the first round for us at 12 to pick.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Knight Jr. from South Carolina. Carter from Clemson. Schwarzer Williams.
Don't know how to say his name.
From UCLA. Paul Jr. from Ole Miss. And Stutzman from Oklahoma. He ain't gonna be there. I mean,
Campbell may be there, and that Knight Jr. may be there, but you have options here with Greenlaw and Bond from the Eagles. He led their team in tackles last year,
yeah.
and yeah, you got Greenlaw, which he came off an injury last year, but he's Greenlaw. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see. You said Khalil Mack was is an edge?
Yeah, they got him listed as edge.
I thought he was a linebacker.
Yeah, they got him listed as edge. I think he kind of plays both.
That's sad.
Yeah,
Boy.
that is sad. That's a
I don't
bad
know
one.
what out of these who would be day one starter.
Walker and Campbell.
Well, I know
possibly.
them, yeah,
But Knight Jr. or something, I don't
those-
think that's a first round guy. If it is the late first round,
yeah.
the way I see it, there's not a lot to choose from in the linebacker room.
No.
If you're going to get one that you want to start, you better get him early,
Yeah.
type thing.
I think they should.
Yeah.
If they went offense with the first pick, I'd definitely go defense with the second one.
or go defense linebacker with the first one and go back,
Yeah,
come back here with your second
yeah,
somewhere in
that's
there,
true.
one or the other.
That's true.
In the edge room, well, we'll go. Let's go to cornerbacks. Cornerbacks we got is a 2B. And we got Diggs, Awarie, Booth, Bland, Carson, Butler, and Godwin.
Diggs may
Good
not
one,
be
Godwin.
there.
Yeah. Diggs may not be there. They may be looking for a trade, but if we get a trade, we may be able to trade for. Well, I don't know if these guys are free agents, but somebody.
Yeah, they are. Carlton Davis from Detroit.
A free agent or trade?
I think he's
Free agent.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
so it'd just be a sign.
Reed from the Jets and
Yeah.
Ward from San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, well, Diggs may or may not be there.
Yeah, we don't know if Diggs going
That's
to be
not a
there.
starter. That's not a starter. He is. He might be in a year or two, maybe.
He could start. He did some games.
Well, he
but-
did start actually for
And Butler came in and
I
played
mean,
well.
for Bland.
Yeah.
He's Carson started last year at the first of the year
Yeah.
until he got hurt for Bland. And at the end of the year, Butler did okay.
He did okay.
And
He-
Godwin's special
Yeah,
teams.
He's listed as a corner, but he's really special teams. That room looks horrible too. That's our names. That's who we have to throw out there right now. If Diggs stays, we're in a little better shape as far as coverage goes anyway.
Yeah.
But you got in the draft, you got Hunter, Travis Hunter, runs 4.4. You got Johnson from Michigan, 4.39. Barron runs a 4.39. Ravel Jr., East Carolina, 4.4. Morrison from Notre Dame runs a 4.39. And Harrison, and he's from Kentucky, I think. And
No. Yeah, he might be. I know Green is from Kentucky.
Green, okay, well, he runs a 4.38. Out of these guys that
Yeah,
could start,
No, he's not from Kentucky. Green's from Marshall.
yeah, Marshall, who could start on these? You probably have Hunter and Johnson could start day one to fill in. I'm not sure Barron or Revel or Morrison or Harrison are day one starters. Possibly. But then you got Carlton Davis as a free agent. You got Reed from the Jets and Javarius Ward from San Francisco. Any one of those three could start.
In my opinion, Hunter is a little bit. In my opinion, I think he's a little small to be a cornerback.
Yeah.
I think he might get picked up to be a receiver before he would a cornerback.
Yeah, it's possible, yeah. Yeah, it's quite possible.
Yeah.
He probably going to go wherever he goes. He might switch a little bit on in both. You never know.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. He's good, but I don't like him that much. But he's good. He'll play.
Yeah.
But then we got Edge, and we got Parson, Nealon, Williams, Lawrence, Golston, Lawson, and Wheat. Did we go through them yet?
No.
No, we didn't. And got Lawson and Wheat. And you got right side, you got Parsons, Nealon, and Williams. And then left side, you got Lawrence, Golston, Lawson, and Wheat. We're not sure if he's going to be here. I feel if Williams will stay healthy, I feel we're strong on this side with those three guys on the right side. If he's not here, I like Golston, but I don't think Lawson and Wheat can hold it down.
No.
So therefore,
I need an edge.
yeah. So in the edge department, in the draft, you got Carter,
Yeah, you forget about
first
him.
rounder. Pierce Jr., he's bad, and he's first rounder. Stewart, which he did really well. He graded out really well in the combine,
Yeah.
but he didn't do well playing, but he only played 7 games in college or something like that. But as far as what he tested outstanding. He's a beast. And you got Williams from Georgia, he runs 4.65, and Green runs a 4.57. So day one starters, I would go with any one of these 4. I know these 3 could start day one. Not so sure about Stewart, but he might. And in the free agency, you got Sweat, Mack, and Reddick.
There's more out there.
But these are their big names.
Yeah.
Sweat, Mack, and Reddick. Any one of those three could start on the at defensive end for us. But to me, I feel like we need. Well, we can get away with just one because there's a lot of rotation there. One more good. If he's gone, we need another good one. If he stays, we could still use one, but maybe a third or fourth round pick or something like that.
Yeah. And let's see. Oh, cornerbacks or running back. Dallas was looking at him.
Yeah, Harrison. Yeah, they've been looking at him.
Cause he runs a
4.38 or 4.28,
4.29 or 8.
Yeah, he can fly.
Yeah,
he can fly.
I just want to touch on that.
Yeah. In offensive line, we pretty much had the same people that we had at the end of the year last year. Zach Martin's gone, and Hoffman filled in for him last year, and he did actually better than Zach Martin did.
Yeah.
Still, we don't know for sure if he's going to be there, and we don't know if this guy's going to show up this year or not. But as far as rolling out that offensive line right there, we could play with that. But we could use some help.
On the right side, left side is gotten plays up to his expectations.
Yeah.
And Smith, he's good. Beebe's, you don't hear their names called, you know they're doing good.
Yeah, Beebe doing very well.
And these two, or these three.
Two,
because he probably be gone. You need somebody on the right side.
Yeah. Hoffman played pretty well last year. Still played better than he did last year.
Yeah.
Or the year before last.
Yeah.
He's coming off that injury.
Yeah.
And so, but we don't know if he's going to be around or not. But in the draft, you got Banks Jr. from Texas. You got Campbell from LSU. Simmons from OSU. Mimbo, something like that, from Missouri. Zabel from, I think that's North Dakota State.
Yep.
Miriam from West Virginia, and Booker from Alabama. And this is who Dallas has been looking at right here. Booker, yeah. They think he's a guard. He could step in and play. So, and then in free agency, we got Trey Smith from Kansas City, Allen from Washington, and who's that? I can't remember what I wrote now. Starks. I think it's supposed to be Starks from the Ravens.
Yeah,
those guys are all free agents, or are going to be free agents or whatever that you could pick up.
Jonathan Allen is not offense; he's defense.
What did I put him on there for?
I don't know. He's a defensive lineman.
Oh yeah, we could use him for sure.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Allen right here. Yeah. I don't know why I put him over there. Probably wasn't thinking. But anyway, so basically you can just pause this video and kind of look, but these are the names that we have to work with. These are the what we have on our roster. A couple of them won't be. These are some of the people that we can fill in with these with. That I wouldn't be any one of these names that are in red. If we get any of them, any different combination of any of these guys, I'd be happy with it.
Yeah.
And if we can pick up a mixture of these free agents here, the running back and a couple of these free agents, I feel like we could fill the holes.
Yeah.
But if you was to wipe this red and blue off this board, and you say this is what we're lining up this year,
that's not a playoff team.
That's not a playoff team. Not at all. We're in trouble.
Yeah.
In trouble. So we're going to need a mixture of some of these names. And some of them we may get like a high. We may get a McMillan, but we may end up with a Williams. And we may get a Campbell or a Knight Jr. and end up over here with a Booker, which wouldn't be a bad deal.
No.
But I feel like if at the end of the day, when after the draft and after free agency's over, if we write a new board up and has these certain guys gone and any of these names filled into those spots, I feel like we'll be in pretty decent shape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely, especially if we get some of these these guys that are known to play, known to start, known. You know what I'm saying? A Sweat or Mack or Reddick. Reddick didn't even hardly play last year, but
they wouldn't. Nobody.
no, they wouldn't pay him what he wanted.
Yeah.
But if we get a handful of these guys and a mixture of what we have here, we'll have a good team next year. I feel like that. I feel like that for real.
Yeah.
But like I said, if we rolled out all those black names right there next year, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
We're going to get our ass handed to us over at linebacker.
Yep.
And running back. So, which they know all this. They know they're looking at the same board.
Yeah.
And sometimes they have higher expectations for people. Like, oh, this Odoga, whatever, he can play. He's going to be a starter.
Yeah, that's what they did with Dowdle last year.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'd like to see Hampton on this. I would take any one of these. I feel like we could run any one of those guys out at running back and be in good shape.
And you can get those in the second and third round.
Yeah, these second and third round.
So if I was going to do that, I wanted.
Yeah.
If you're going to go offense, and you can get a running back, a decent running back in the second.
Yeah.
I'd go McMillan.
Yeah.
Or if somebody like Hewitt or
Campbell
Walker
or something like that.
That'd be tough to turn down.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree with that. If you could go in and get McMillan, we'd be good there, I feel like. But I would be happy with any one of these guys on my roster at some point.
But also at the same time, last year we had the lowest rushing touchdowns in the league.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, it's horrible.
6.
That's horrible. If we end up with one of these guys, we better have one of these guys.
Yeah.
If we end up with one of these 3 dudes here, I'm guessing maybe even him, but at least these 3, we better have a free agent. If we're not gonna get Graham. If we can't get like Grant
would be awesome.
Grant or Nolan, we ain't gonna get him.
I'm thinking Graham.
Graham would be awesome too.
Would be, yeah.
But if you get one of these 2 guys, you better have one of these.
Yeah.
Or something, or a free agent from somewhere.
Yeah.
On the edge, I'd like to see him get Pierce. I don't see it happening. Stewart, if you end up with one of these 3, then you're probably going to have one of these. Same with here.
Same
with corners. I feel like if you don't get a Hunter or a Johnson, you better get in here. That is if Diggs is gone. If Diggs stays, we don't have to do that. Diggs can cover, he just can't tackle. That's a problem. We're going offensive line. If you don't have a Simmons, you ain't gonna get Campbell, or I know you ain't gonna get Banks. Probably not gonna get Campbell or Simmons. You might get Simmons, but if you end up with one of these 3, maybe Booker would be a good starter for day one. He could be.
Plays for Alabama.
Yeah. Then you better be looking in here.
Yeah.
And the same with these guys. If you're not somewhere, if you end up with something in here, you better be looking here.
Yep.
The way I kind of look at it.
Yep.
But anyway, so that's our team in black. And these are some of the top draft picks. These are some of the top free agents. Take a look at it and see what you guys think.
Yeah.
Who would you like to have to fill in those positions? Because, like I said, once we wrote this down, every time I write one down, I'm like, well, this looks horrible. Yeah. But just thinking about it, it's like, we'll be all right. But once you start writing down names, you start looking and saying, oh, my God, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad. But
yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, y'all get in there on the comments. Let us know what y'all think. What y'all like to see the Cowboys do or not do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Please, get in there and let's talk. Tell us who you think you would like to
Cowboy
see.
Football.
Tell us who you think our weakest link is. Where do you think looking at our names, what we have on the board in black, what position do you think is weakest link?
Yeah.
And where do we need to go in the draft or free agency to fill it?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what we got. We'll look at doing another video probably next week. We're not sure what we're going to do yet. But take a look at the board, please. Like, subscribe, and please just leave a comment.
Yep.
That's all we got. See you next week.